might not even use this, but I'm going to do a video tomorrow on online bullying and the different variations in how people have interpretations of what is said to them and how they react. We as human beings all have an inbuilt defense system, and we're very defensive, I feel, on the whole. And over the years, because of all the hideous experiences I've been through, I have a little bit of a force field over those sorts of situations. A little bit of a force field, but I mean, even I've got my limits. I understand if I have called out a YouTuber, another YouTuber, and said nasty things about them, I understand. If they react and they say, "Oh, you bastard, why'd you say all that about me?" But what I don't understand is if I have literally tried to clear someone's name, because I've always been so angry about injustice and people who are innocent being accused of something they didn't do. Say, when I go on YouTube and I say, well, so-and-so didn't do that, they're innocent. And then that person comes at me and goes, cover your ears, people who don't like swearing, because there's a swear word going. When I go on YouTube and say, you're innocent, and you haven't done anything, and they go, do you know what, fuck off, you cunt. Well, what the fuck can I do? I mean, that's... I don't understand it, quite frankly. I don't understand it, and then I'm challenged. You weren't there and alive. You weren't there and alive. We can have a face-to-face. Well, we can have a face-to-face. We can go live together. We can go at it hammer and tone, if you like. That's another option. Or that I'm trying to coattail off someone I'm trying to defend. Oh my God. Or I get comments saying, where's the money? Where's the money? What? Money? I have never received any money from anybody for anything. I've never asked for any money on YouTube. Do any of you you lovely people, do you ever recall me ever saying even so much as like and subscribe? I don't even say that. I know a lot of YouTubers don't say that, but I've never said like. Please like and subscribe, hit the notification button. I've never said that. I've never asked money. I don't have an email on my YouTube channel because I don't really want to receive poisonous emails or screenshots or shit stirring from sugars. I don't, there's a lot of things I don't do. What I do is I show you my face. And I tell you who I am, and you all know who I am, and if you wanted to book a flight, you could come here, and you could see me face to face. Now, as you all know, I've been in prison in Spain only for 26, 29 days, something like that. You all know that story. Graham was in prison for 3 years, 21 months, and when I was mixing in criminal circles, I knew lots of people who'd been in prison, and I spoke to them a lot about their experiences in prison, because you can probably tell me as the sort of person that I am. I'm interested in other people's experiences, their pain, their highs, their lows, their, we're humans. I want to share that. And every single person I ever spoke to said the same experience I had in my short time in prison, the same time Graham had in his 3 years, 21 months, is that generally speaking, the prison population is actually quite polite. They certainly would not speak to each other in the manner in which people speak to each other on the internet. And I think that might be why it is very difficult for some people to understand that I have a very forgiving personality They may mistake that or misinterpret that. Forgiving personality and a wanting to communicate, because when you are in prison, and a lot of people I've known who've been in prison, they understand that communication is the key to success, and not calling other people cunt this, cunt that, cunt, you know. That is not a successful recipe, no matter what the trauma that a person has gone through. And I'm not diminishing or dismissing other people's experiences, but you don't talk to other people like that manner in real life, and you certainly don't talk to people like that in prison, and you definitely in criminal circles don't talk to people like that. Then that's not a threat. I'm not threatening anyone, but if you did, and I have mixed in pretty serious circles in crime, if you went round going cunt, and all that, they're not a lot of the people I've mixed with, they're not the sort of people who come back with bad language. They just come back with a knife, a gun, a problem. And that's really the reason the villains that I have known, and I mean, I'm not generalizing, because there's lots of circumstances, that's really the reason that I'm maybe come across as a very diplomatic person, because I have moved in circles like that. And it's just not the way to go about things. And also, I've carried the can for people. There's like an unwritten rule. You don't cross. Well, you don't. There are certain circumstances, unwritten golden rule, where you can. But in my circumstances, certainly not. And I kept my mouth shut, and I carried the can for two, what I consider, cowardly bastards. And I certainly would never drop anyone in it or break a confidence over some bloody stupid Twitterati shit, or some YouTube fucking spat. It's like, really, grow up, people. Just grow up. Enough is enough. I do not do Twitter. I do not ask people for money. I never have. I don't even ever buy me a coffee. I don't never put my PayPal details out there as a villain. I never would, because that opens you up to a lot. All I'm doing is talking on YouTube. And when I see injustice, I say, if I think someone has been accused of something they have not done, which is what I have done in the past, I've said, so-and-so did not do this, so-and-so did not deserve this. I will speak up, because I have been accused many times of things that I have not done. And apparently, I'm being accused of an awful lot that I've not done. Well, if I didn't blab and I became Britain's most wanted, why the fuck would I start now? And I do apologize to all the lovely ladies and gentlemen that watch this. And my swearing, I promise I will try very, very hard never to swear again. But there are certain circumstances I think, my God, swear. For fuck's sake, everybody, please pack it in.